Busby Camper. Sorry, Rob, guess you missed the swamp. Me and Maverick are gonna go see it though, so we'll make sure we video it for you.
What a beautiful morning here on the Natchez Trace.
It almost looks like something you would see in like a Disney movie, like they're hiding a princess here or behind this or whatever, you know? Welcome to the channel of the Roving Vets. We are Bethany and Rob, a full-time RV living couple who just rove around the country in our camper full-time. Both being military veterans, that's why we chose our name. We are currently making the trek back across the country, this time from Tennessee to Quartzsite, Arizona. This episode, we are going to be at the Jeff Busby free campground on the Natchez Trace Parkway, which is part of the National Park Services. We're also going to show you a neat swamp right on the parkway. Here we go. Well, it is bright and early this morning. It is, well, we've been up since around 5 a.m. Mainly because that one, Rob decided he had to stop driving at like 4:30 yesterday, which meant we went to sleep pretty early. So we're out trying to get Maverick to go to the bathroom real quick. We are on night 2. This was our second night staying on campgrounds on the Natchez Trace Parkway. The first one was in Holmenwall, Tennessee. And this one is somewhere in Mississippi. Jeff Busby, I think it's called. So both free campgrounds, no hookups though, no water, no power, no dump station, none of that. So you do need the ability to be able to boondock if you're going to stay here. So as you see, it was 43 when we woke up this morning. So thankfully we got a really good propane system going, or else we would be freezing. But anyway, let's show you what the campground looks like. Alright, so this is going to be the Jeff Busby free dispersed campground in somewhere in Mississippi, and I'll have to get you the name of that because I can't remember right now. One thing I will say, it was free, which is awesome. The problem is, our rig was too big. You're going to see what I mean. So, thankfully, they had a place out the front that was big enough that we just didn't come into the campground and we just sat outside the campground. But like over here, you had a Sprinter van that was taking up the whole spot. That one was wide enough for two to be able to pull beside each other. Yeah. There is this little... There are two of these. There are two toilet houses, should I call them. Not shower houses, just toilet houses. But this is supposed to be just dispersed camping anyway, so. Just once you get into having a rig our size, then things become a little more difficult sometimes. So even though it can be free, it's not if you can't fit, right? So, pretty small spot, but if you had a small enough rig, you would be able to fit last night. Just the only rigs we could have fit in, the only spots we could have fit in, we couldn't. That was it. Kind of a quick little spot, but sometimes it's convenient just to have something. That you know is a campground. There is a picnic ground it shows, but it's been closed the whole time we've been here, which is only one night. But just kind of giving you a little run through. And here we're coming back to, this is the only way in right here. You can come from two directions, but that's about it. Then you can go over, this is your way out of the campground. Now that over there where you see that Jeep is, that was the way that we came in here.
But as you see coming up here on the right, again, there is another toilet room. No showers, just a toilet. One thing I forgot to mention is we are doing this. Today is January 5th. So this is what it's going to look like if you come in the winter. If you come in the spring, everything's going to be blooming. If you come in the fall, it's going to be colorful with leaves. So just whenever you come, this is winter. And it's pretty quiet here. Now, I use the word quiet loosely because it is the Trace. I was kind of shocked at how many cars were out, but at the same time, we kind of went to bed pretty early, so probably ain't even weird at all. But yeah, this was where we hung out for the night. Somebody else parked right there, and I actually had the Jeep parked directly in front of Rob, but yeah, we tried to pull the back end over the grass so that way it would take up at least one less spot, but it didn't seem to matter because there's only one other car out here last night and there was nobody in these spots. We are about to get loaded up and head to the swamp that's on the Trace, so we're headed there next. What do you reckon?
Not a happy camper.
Not a happy camper.
The breakaway cable has pulled the slide valve on my honey pot into the back of my truck, and now Bethany's gonna have to clean up that turd.
And by Bethany, he means him. This is his truck, not mine.
How does that even happen? Why? Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, it got wrapped. Here we go. We were at the Jeff Busby Campground right there. Here we go, swamp bound. Look how much fog there is. All morning it's been so many patches of fog, just really low to the ground though. Makes it really neat though.
What a beautiful morning here on the Natchez Trace. Just at sunrise. Sun's just starting to peek up over the trees. The parkway's all froggy and just beautiful place. Thankful to be here. Beautiful morning. Kinda chilly, but we're headed south for a reason, so hopefully it'll be warmer as we go. Here we go.
Well, Maverick had to stop and use the bathroom, and so Rob just kept going because I was just going to meet him at the swamp. Well, it's Rob, so he doesn't use his GPS. And so yeah, now he missed it, and he says that there is nowhere for him to turn around. So, sorry Rob, guess you missed the swamp. Me and Maverick are going to go see it though, so we'll make sure we video it for you. Alright, so it's 8:30 or so. It's not even very late. It's pretty early still. But we made it to the Cypress Swamp. Maverick's a little excited. He was wanting to go without me. But maybe he changed his mind. I'm not really sure. So here we go. So if you got a wheelchair, you're definitely not doing this unless people can carry your wheelchair. But kind of neat looking back there. Through here. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. There are alligators that are seen in this swamp. So it's not too crazy of a trail. It's enough to get out and stretch your legs after driving for a couple hours, I guess. A lot of fresh green baby pine trees around here, or I don't know, they could be cypress because there are a lot of cypress trees around here too. And maybe they're just too short for me to be able to tell right now. I don't know, but not a very bad walk. It's a pretty gentle path, but I just think it always looks cool to see down trees. Maverick's like, ooh, what's back here? Come on, Maverick, let's go this way. These are like the biggest chunks of wood, but they don't look like it. It is a ginormous tree though. Here at Cypress Swamp, somewhere on the Trace in Mississippi. It's a cool, brisk day today. But brisk or not, I'm just loving it. See all the little cypress knees? Which means this is probably actually underwater different times of the year for them to be up like that. It almost looks like something you would see in like a Disney movie, like they're hiding a princess here or behind this or whatever, you know? Alright, so the swamp is a neat little area. One thing I will say is there are no bathrooms here, so you're going to want to either stop at the place before or after if you're going to need to go to the bathroom, because I'm very glad that I stopped before I got to it, or I'd have been in trouble, because I just assumed, well, there's a swamp here, there's signs, it's a thing. It's not. No bathroom, so just make sure you use the bathroom before you get here. We got co-pilot Maverick over here, making sure Mommy's doing the right thing. Right, buddy? Yeah. So a whole lot of not so busy roads over here on the Trace, ain't it, buddy? Campground on Natchez Trace Parkway, Rocky Springs. It's in 1 mile. That is where we are headed. Alright, here we are coming up to the picture area of the video. This is just going to be some really cool pictures that me and Rob both took on this drive and some things we saw in the area. So, gonna let you watch it, and until next time.